5 minutes or so, but definitely get a head start because I'm hoping if there's any still remaining. Okay. Well, we have another beautiful favorite in the Heidi Daus collection, and this to me is just elegance. It's femininity. It's one of her signature styles, that beautiful disc. That's where I originally found Heidi Daus. I was in Europe. So when I was in school and I was living over in Europe, and it was outside of a really high-end, fancy, gorgeous boutique outside of France. I was there on a weekend visit. And I remember seeing this gorgeous pendant, very similar to this in a larger scale. And it was then that I discovered Heidi Daus. And that piece, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and we've often talked about this on the air, when I'm working with Heidi was like, I wanna say close to at that time, translated into dollars was like $1,400. And I was like, oh, wow, my mouth dropped, but I couldn't stop staring at it. And I wanted to know who the designer was, hence that it was Heidi. And then lo and behold, years later, and I remember when I saw her name that she was gonna be a new guest and a jewelry designer here at HSN, I was never more excited to meet a jewelry designer than Heidi. And just the greatest person inside and out. Anyway, to that point, this is one of her signature silhouettes. And we're doing for you here, under the same item number, the whole suite. So we have the ring in sizes 5 through 12. It was originally $89.95. It's $44.95. It's $11 and change. We'll ship that one out to you. The stretch bracelet was originally $199.95. And we do have 2 sizes in that. I went to double check. So we have the stretch bracelet in small, medium, and then also in your medium large. So that's $100 off for the first time ever at $99. Only a couple dozen in the small medium and in the medium large. The bracelet's gonna be the first to go. And then we also have the gorgeous earrings, but the bracelet would be $100, be about $25. Well, yeah, on FlexPay. Earrings, we do have still, I believe, clip and pierced. They were originally $119.95. I love that scale. That's so pretty. If you want the clip-on, I have 12 pair remaining. So, and then the pierce will have the omega back, so you'll have that great balance. Those earrings were $119.95. They're $59.95, and also for FlexPay, so that would be under $15 to get the earrings home. And the necklace. So the necklace was $249.95. It's 17.5 inches with the signature 3.5-inch extender in the back, and I'll show that to you. It's $119.95. That's also 50% off, and that's also available with 4 monthly flex payments. But here we love the finishing, the extenders that Heidi includes, so therefore, if you need to make it a little bit longer or shorter, you're able to do so, depending on, you know, what type of neckline that you're wearing, but all hand-set stones, hand-selected stones. This is done in that soft, romantic, like mauve. It's a perfect way to describe that color. And then you have, you know, just accent it with the clear, so they look like sparkling diamonds. It's the entire suite at 50% off of Practical Beauty, and a perfect, perfect name. I always love seeing the different names of her individual pieces, and this is one of my favorites.